Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Star Twin as Dee, Gen Proc as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Becca Johnson as Liz Stormwood. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. So, in the Summer Court, Jethro, Prince Regent of the Spring Court, is demanding that Mindy fulfill a marriage contract signed by their mothers. Mindy doesn't want to do it and is trying to find a way out of it. Jethro is being insistent. Dee is technically the mediator of the contract because it turns out Dee is actually a member of the Winter Court. And once Jethro learned that, he's also been trying to convince Dee to marry him. It's very confusing. And, so with nothing but questions as to why Jethro, after like 10,000 years, suddenly wants to enforce this contract and is looking to get married as desperately quickly as he can, Mindy has decided to recall the audience in the Summer Court to just ask Jethro a bunch of questions, because he's being cagey, like he always is. All right, so I'll reconvene the court. I'll reconvene the court and restart the audience. I'll get the word out right now, and we'll do it at like noon. At noon, we will reopen the court, and we'll have everybody gather. And we will ask Jethro what the fuck he's doing. So, Mindy goes off and gets the word out, and eventually all the Fae of the Summer Court start to reconvene in the community center. And I'm assuming everybody's going.
Yep.
Even Dee.
Yeah. Dee is confused why we're doing this already, but yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's so the hall starts to fill. NK shows up and is eating a bag of chips. Offers a chip to Dee.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Well. They set up the little table. Liz, are you gonna sit next to Mindy again?
Yes.
All right. Chester walks out. We are now reconvening the Summer Court for the audience of this fuckweasel. Chester, please don't editorialize. I'm sorry for the Prince Regent Jethroki ne Antrana of Prince Regent of the Spring Court and also a fuckweasel. Stop it, Chester. Okay. Before the great and mighty Queen Mindial Nerana of the Summer Court. Jethro kind of steps forward into the center of the room. The Queen has some questions for you. Jethro? What the fuck does it mean the time's running out? Jethro kind of shifts uncomfortably in the center of the room. I don't know what you are talking about. Mindy just kind of looks at you, Liz, and I'm like, I really don't. I hate this guy so much. Jethro, Liz here, accidentally read your mind. Turns out, she's got some psychic powers.
I am sorry about that aspect, but it happened. Yeah.
So just like, spill, Jethro. You could have kicked this contract into effect millennia ago, but you're doing it now, and you're talking about time running out. There's no time. I may not agree on whether or not this contract is binding, but there's no time limit in the text. Dee, do you agree, my arbitrator?
I 100 hundo.
Yeah,
Hundo
you agree.
P.
You agree. Yeah.
Hundo P agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what fucking gives, Jethro? He just kind of looks like he almost shrinks, like any sense of bravado that he had been presenting, like any swagger that he had been trying to put on, is just gone. He kind of like, this almost seems to fold a little bit as a person. He's after me. He's chasing me right now. He's been chasing me for weeks. And I don't know how much time I have left. Who is chasing you, Jethro? You know who's chasing me.
I don't. Arbitrator doesn't know. Arbitrator would like to know.
The same man who killed my mother. Every single face in the entire room, every single fae in the entire room, all of them kind of like lose all the color from their faces. What do you mean? Weren't... Are you the only... Were you alone? No one from your court is with me. Only a few people from mine. We're in the mountains past the southern wastes. I thought I lost him. But there was this little fucking goblin. This little fucking gobbo. And he's just like, he came on, like I was...
God damn it.
In the mountains. And he showed up at my campfire. I thought it was just a guy.
Fucking gobbo.
And then he disappeared in the night. And then I saw like a whole... He's coming himself. Galphus is coming himself. I need to ensure that the spring court has a queen before I fall. Because I don't think I'm going to make it out of this. Mindy's just kind of sitting there stunned. Literally, like, you could hear a cricket in this room. The loudest noise is NK crunching a chip. What'd you say, Liz? I didn't hear you.
So the one of you in the wilds.
Yeah, there's
coming
always,
after him.
there's always one of us in the wilds.
Yeah.
We can never leave the wilds. But he controls the wilds. We're all in hiding. I'm just trying to keep my house alive in any way that I can. You asked me why I don't just marry anyone, because if it's not a fae, I have to actually have the kid. And I don't have time to have a kid. The only way I can pass on my titles is through marriage. And the only way it won't be contested from anyone is if it is to an actual queen. Or someone who's like within the first 10 of being directly in line to a queen. He gestures towards D. It has to be someone in direct royal lineage to a house. And so we had this contract, and I was like, hey, you'd have to be queen of two courts until you had a kid, but like, it didn't have to be my kid. I'm gonna die. Probably soon. And I don't know a way out of it. And I know that you hate me and that I've done shitty things, and I'm not asking you to forgive any of that. But you know that I take the responsibilities of my title and my position seriously. For all the shitty things I've done, you know that that's like the one thing that I actually like haven't fucked up. I mean, I fucked up not passing it down earlier. That would have been like a better move, is to like already
It
have
really
an
would
heir.
have.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, you dropped
ifs
the
and
ball.
buts were
You know, it sounds
candies
like
and
you're-
nuts, we'd all have a Mary Belmont.
Yeah, you know what? It sounds like maybe your house shouldn't be in charge anymore.
Well, that's great, but who takes over the spring court when I'm gone?
That's up to them.
No, it's gonna be bad. Small human lady, it's gonna be bad. Because there are competing houses. There isn't one dominant house right now. My mom like always said, like, keep the other houses at equal level so none of them can get the other upper hand. And I did what my mom taught me to do, and that's what I've been doing. And you know, like, that way they can never rise against you if they're always like directly competing against each other. But that means that like none of them are willing to work together, because I've done a really good job at like sowing discord between them and keeping them at odds with each other, while none of them being strong enough to take on the other ones. But then if it's for the seat of the queen, they will go into full warfare. And a Fey war raging across the multiverse would probably be bad. And
he's trying to prevent the jihad.
The only solution would be for you to seal the spring court up the way the autumn court is sealed, and I don't want to see my court sealed into another reality. I don't want them to have Lily's fate.
Um. Who is that?
Who is Lily? Yeah, that's
She's the queen of the Autumn Court.
Okay.
We sealed the whole Autumn Court away because
Yes, I
bad.
know. Didn't you? Okay. We don't use her name though.
We're not using her full name.
Okay.
We try not to say her name, and yeah, we've said her name, but we said only part of her name. We're not saying the whole thing.
Hey. Okay.
So I don't know what to do. Mindy is just kind of sitting there. Okay, we're taking a recess. I need to think for a minute. We will reconvene when I come to some sort of decision, I guess. I mean, he just kind of gets up from the table and starts walking out of the room.
Yes, we all need time to think. We are all deep thinkers here.
Okay, keep me updated if you think of anything. I follow after Mindy.
Okay, good. Mindy definitely wanted you to follow, so good.
Yeah.
She just kind of like, it is in like a back hallway of this like big community center, and she just like kind of slumps against the wall and like slides to the floor. I don't know what to do. I hate that guy, but I don't want him to die, and I can't save him. If we die in the wilds, we're dead everywhere.
Right. Okay.
Gelthus hasn't killed any of Fae in 10,000 years. He killed a few in the Exodus. And then he stopped. Like he stopped pursuing us. I thought, like, Fiona's literally just like living in a city there.
Yeah.
I thought we were hidden. I thought we were safe. I thought I was safe.
Right. Any way he could be suddenly tracking you?
I mean, I'm on an island very far away, disguised as a small bird.
I mean, just like people, your people in general. Do you know of any way he could be suddenly tracking you? Is there?
No.
Okay.
We try to keep our courts separate from each other in the wilds. So if one court falls, it doesn't. The only court that's not there is the Autumn Court, because they're sealed into a pocket. But everyone else is like, the Winter Court's more bold, but I think that's because Fiona can rewind time. So she feels like if she gets spotted, she can remove anyone remembering that they spotted her. The rest of us can't do that, so we're mostly a bunch of birds on an island in the Summer Court. But, I mean, he has ships. Like, there's no... It's not that I think he's found me. Like, I don't think I'm in immediate danger, but if he's hunting the Fae again, if he's hunting Jethro, it means he's probably going to start hunting all of us. I don't know what that means or what to do about it, but immediately I don't know what to do about, like,
I mean,
if I marry him,
yeah,
I can stop a civil war.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can.
But the thought of being married to him for even a day is gross. She just like looks up at you, just like, it's just gross.
Yes, it is.
And I don't want to be Mindial Nirana Neantrana, as I would take both houses. I don't want his name to be a part of my name. But is that just me being selfish? It's not like I have to spend my life with him or even look at him.
Yeah.
Is my name that important to me?
I think you should do it.
You think I should do it?
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Why are you sorry?
Because I'm telling you that you should marry someone who you don't want to be married to for bullshit political reasons.
I should be the one,
but also to
apologizing
prevent
to you.
But also to prevent multiversal civil war.
Yeah, no, it's So as you say this, Jethro bursts into the hallway. It's bad. I can see him. He's here now. If you're gonna do this, we gotta get this done now. It's Mindy kind of gets to her feet. What? Yeah, no. He's in the cave. He is in the cave. I can hear him. This is bad. Oh, okay. Liz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We need to get D. We need D and we need Chester. It's just like starts like running back into like the main room of the hall, the rec center, where everyone is still sort of gathering because this sort of happened all of a sudden. Mindy bursts into the room and just grabs you, D.
What's
D,
going on?
I need you to D. I need you to say that the contract is valid.
But I mean, wouldn't
D,
that
look at me in the eye.
screw you over?
Look at me in the eye. Look
Yeah.
me in the eye
D,
right now.
do it.
We do not have time. You need to say that the contract is valid.
D, the contract is valid.
The
You need to
contract
say-
is valid. Okay.
All right, great. Chester,
Hey,
over
everybody,
here.
the contract's valid, I guess. That's
Chester, and then Chester runs over. Chester, you need to perform the ceremony, and we need to do it fast. Just a real quick one and done, real fast. Okay. And so Jethro is like visibly sweating right now. Okay, so we are joining the houses of the spring and summer court. Mindial Nirana will be taking on both queen of the spring court and summer court. Faster than this, Chester. Faster than this, Chester. All right, Jethro Neantrana, Prince Regent of the spring court. Do you take Mindial Nirana as your queen? I do. Mindial Nirana, do you take Jethro Neantrana as your king consort, as both king of the summer court and king of the spring court? I do. All right, you are now married, whatever, fuck. And you are now of House
front of
Neantrana. And there's a little bit, if you detect spooky, there's a whole bunch of energy swirling about this room that's not visible to, like, the human eye. As, like, bonds of energy, magical energy are forming between these two. And then, like, it's just, like, and then there's, if you're detecting spooky, you would see a flash that is not visible to human eyes. And they just kind of pause for a second. He goes, okay. Jethro, what is happening? He's here. And I just want to say, before anything else, I'm sorry. And then he explodes into a burst of moths.
What the shit?
And Mindy just kind of, like, stands there and kind of drops to her knees. He's gone.
I kneel down with her. Yeah.
I hated him so much, but I didn't want to see him die.
Oh dear.
That's the first Fae who has died by the hands of Galphus since the Exodus.
Did I cause this?
No, you didn't cause it, D. Just
He-
Amy just like holding her head. You didn't cause it, D. This is like way bigger shit than you or us. None of us. Mindy's just kind of on the ground. None of us are safe anymore. And I don't know what to do because he just took the power of another Fae. Galphus is building, it's consolidating our power. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for any of us.
I don't love this. I don't. Crap.
Jester comes over and kind of helps Mindy to her feet. This is now the home of, I guess, the spring and summer court. I am now Mindial Nerana Nayantrana, queen of both spring and summer. We haven't lost someone like this for a long time. There will be a day of mourning for the late king. I adjourn this audience. And she starts, like, she grabs your hand.
Yep.
Okay. I wanna lie down for a while.
Yep. We're gonna go back to your house.
Okay. And you sort of walk back to her house. The next couple of days are quiet. The entire court is in mourning for someone they hated, but he's also one of them, and he wasn't supposed to be able to die. And they all just witnessed that. So rather than being sad about Jethro, it's mostly everyone's scared. That's what you get. All of these people who had felt safe and happy for probably a very long time all now kind of have this cloud over them, the fear. Mindy doesn't talk a lot for a couple of days. Barely wants to, like, get out of, like, hiding underneath blankets. She gets up to, occasionally, serve meals for, because they have so many humans living in the camp, but pretty much as soon as she's done with any sort of obligation, she wants to, like, hide under a blanket. After a couple of days, though, she kind of gets up and walks up to you, Liz. I don't know what to do. Galphus is just so powerful. And he walks across worlds and destroys them. He's taken over our home, and we let him keep it because we thought we were safe. But I don't know what to do.
How powerful is he?
Well, he conquered the wilds. He destroyed the third star in the trinary system. He was briefly overthrown for a while by this guy Califrax, but like after 100 years, like Califrax couldn't kill him. He could only take away his power, and Galphus killed Califrax and took it back.
Is he powerful enough to stand against the united force of two courts of the Fae?
I don't know.
What if you were to add a third? Or a fourth?
No, not the fourth. She's
Okay,
like,
okay.
at the third, she's like, at the minute you said the fourth, she's like, no.
Okay.
The fourth would probably try to eat us also. There's
Sure.
There
Okay.
are things I should tell you about there, but I gotta be really
No,
careful how
not
I
an
tell
option.
you about
That's
it.
fine. That's fine.
It's not an option, but I also should eventually fill you in on enough details there for like your own knowledge of why. Like, I'll give you like the generic cliff notes sometime.
Yeah.
The real problem is that for any of us to use what we have, he has protections and spells where he can walk through our magic. I can level a city, but he'd walk right through it. He's not invincible. But the one thing he is fully warded and prepared for is Fey magic. My army, we could gather the Fae and maybe even do a dent to his armies. But we couldn't stop him. And who on earth, who in the multiverse would want to save us?
Me?
Yeah, but you're nicer than most people.
I'm really not.
Well, you're nicer to me than most people. So you guys are sort of outside of the cottage, and like literally, like NK walks up, like, "This is a fucking mess." She's eating.
It is.
Yeah, no kidding.
And apparently D is following. Perfect, love it. Perfect, great.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm all for that.
Why wouldn't D be there?
Why wouldn't D be following NK around? I don't see a reason why not.
Yeah,
That's
NK
true.
has snacks.
Yeah, NK has snacks and probably walked off with some of D's pot again.
Yeah, is Obi there?
He can be.
Yeah, this whole thing's really bad, you guys.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, no, it's not great. So, I was thinking. Okay, just put swallows. So I was thinking, maybe something needs to be done about this Galphus guy. Because I don't like watching a guy explode into moths. That seems fucked up.
Hard agree. That was pretty fucked.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. Amy's just like... So, yeah, NK goes, here. Fishes a little box out of her pocket, hands it to Liz. So,
Okay, what is...
that's sync to me. So, Michelle and I, we're kind of like traveling through like three different universes, three different ways. Like we're hopping threads, and then we're also taking corridors, and then we're doing 6 other things. But that, and she taps on the box, that is quantum linked to me. And, if you need me to help you, like that box is synced to my timeline, right? So while you have that box, my timeline will be kind of synced to your timeline while you're traveling. So if you need me to help you with something, it's just kind of like head gestures towards Mindy, like at all, like if you need me and Michelle to help you with something, if you press the button on that box, I will get to you. Because I can cut through universes in a way you can't.
Okay. And you can just do that.
Oh yeah, no, it's I'm really good at this.
Fuck me. Was Babbitt right?
What did Babbitt say?
They were going to
Babbitt?
map the multiverse.
Well, I mean, it really helps if you have a really good computer and access to at least 3 different corridors.
Okay.
Also, I figured out how to hack the corridors. I can redirect the doors in the corridors to other places than where they're already set. I figured out the language. It's really, really simple once you figure out that it's like a variation on Tangolese, which really only helps if you know Tangolese. But you have to go to that planet first to figure out that. It's really weird. I think that, like... Anyways, you don't need to know. It's not important. I can reprogram doors to take them other places.
Sure.
I would offer to take you home, but it would break your thread, and you might not age properly when you got home, and things might split and go weird. So it's best for you to stay on your thread, but I can jump to wherever on your thread you are using my weird ways.
Obi comes up and just like gives Liz a little pat, be like, "Don't worry, you just got your first summon."
The weirding way. It's still Dune. Okay.
It's not Dune. It's not
It's
Dune
Scanners.
Anyway,
You're right.
It's a little bit more Scanners than Dune, but it's not either. I don't. What's Scanners? Mindy just goes and just. What's Scanners?
It's this kick-ass movie where these psychics blow people's heads up.
Mindy thinks for a second. I mean, it's a little bit Scanners.
Yeah, it's at least partly Scanners, but it was, I was of the impression that he was trying to make a Kwisatz Haderach and not that he was, trying to stop a civil war from happening. But in Dune, Paul Atreides is also trying to stop a war from happening across all of space.
Mindy's eyes
So
are just
it kind of
glazed over.
still it's a Dune, really, in a way.
I've never been bored with something someone's been passionate about. She's just like, because that's quietly to Liz. This is the first time that's ever happened. Like, I mean, I get a little bit of like, I can feed off that a little bit, but that's fucking weird. Why? Okay, D. It's just like, kind of like, gives you this, like, I don't know how to explain the expression of like the okay, like it just like pats your arm, maybe
Polite nod.
the polite
It's
nod.
okay.
It's wonderful that you really enjoy something that much, D.
It's okay
I'm glad
if you
that
don't
this
understand. It just means the sleeper hasn't awakened yet.
I don't. Okay. So Liz, Ava's just sort of like, so what I'm getting here is that we need to go to war with this Galfus guy to save Liz's girlfriend. This is what I'm getting, right? And she just kind of like looks at Obi.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna kick the shit out of this Galfus guy. That's what we gotta do.
Yep.
I mean, I get you standing there. Guys, your thread's gonna go through the wilds again, right? Because this is where it started. You have to go through the wilds once more before you get home. Oh.
So we don't have a choice. We gotta take this guy on.
Yeah.
All right, let's avenge the fuckboy.
I mean, who knows how long it's going to take.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll give us time to prepare.
Damn right.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right. So, you guys have a few more days in this reality. Is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
No.
Dee chooses to look up Winter Court stuff just to find out a little bit more about it.
It's the least passionate court. It's very cold, emotionally. You know about Fiona, Queen of the Winter Court. She's got kind of a weird open relationship with her king.
Ah,
Which is why you exist. She's time. It's
interesting.
it's kind of the most, like, it historically was the most, like, kind of formal of the courts, but you've literally seen the current Winter Court, right? Like, you were there.
Yeah.
you know that they're right now running an amusement park. Like it's
Yeah, but I mean,
And they're
like
all
now
just sorta
I'm curious
tired.
about my heritage, I guess. Like,
Fiona is the oldest of the queens. Like everything where the Autumn Court would be is just redacted, but you know that Fiona is the longest reigning queen. She's the cousin to her family are pretty closely related to the Summer Court. Just like family wise, like Fiona's like fourth cousins with Mindy. On their father's side. It's very like it is the most boring shit you've ever read. Like it's all very boring.
Except for Dune.
There's no Dune in the Winter Cart.
I don't think Dee has actually read Dune. She watched the sci-fi miniseries and watched the David Lynch movie.
Okay. As long as there's a Captain Picard there. Or not Captain Picard, as long as there's a Professor X there.
Yeah.
If Tom Hardy had been there, it would have been a Captain Picard. But it's not. It's, Professor X. Star Trek Nemesis is a film I've seen. That's unrelated to any of this. All right, so
I don't want to remember that movie, but now I do.
You look it up. It's all right. So
I've
you look
watched
up some
it
stuff
several times.
If there's stuff you want to know about Fiona, I can get you like some of that stuff. But is Obi gonna do anything?
Obi is going to when they repair the front gate, he's gonna work with the teams up there to set up some traps they can set off when people they don't like try to enter.
Okay. I mean, the gate was fixed pretty quickly, but they're more than happy to have you help and do some stuff.
Well, gate fixed, but he's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna set up these traps that you can employ.
Yeah.
Are these like
happens.
Home Alone style traps or like
sure.
actual traps? So Home Alone, okay.
They're like actual traps, but they're definitely
Yeah.
DIY.
So straw dogs.
Okay, when these guys come, you throw all these paint cans from these trees.
And definitely kill them.
Yes.
All right. Then, Liz, I assume you and Mindy spend your time together.
Yep.
And, as the weekends, the timer clicks through. And you guys open a gate. Open the door. Open the hole in the universe, whatever we're calling it, the rift. And drive on through. And that ends our little session.
Dang.
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West. It's a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.